why it's important to talk to people when you're in job search, because I don't know what it is, but we tend to not want to talk. We tend to want to isolate, because it could be because we're embarrassed, we feel ashamed, but I just want you to know there's thousands of jobs out there. Thousands. And I know you're all thinking, I was going to say hi, but you know, you're all thinking I'm crazy, right? But bottom line is, we're not crazy. Julie and I coach people into jobs every day, but this is the thing, there's a great website called startupzone.com. Now we all say, who wants to go to a startup? But trust me, these startups have been around for 8 years. I have clients getting interviewed, submitting resumes through the startups. So even though Wells Fargo is telling you, and all your buddies are telling you that they're on a hiring freeze, they're still hiring. Just because Toll Brothers, who Julie used to work at for 4 years, is telling you in San Ramon that they're not hiring, they're hiring, what, 15 to 20 people a month?
That was my average,
yeah. Yeah, 15 to 20 people a month right now. Okay? So please, if anyone tells you they're not hiring, figure out a way to get in there. Now, it is true, most of our clients are getting hired on a contract basis and a long-term basis. So please make sure when you're networking that you let people know you are open and ready. Not like I'll do whatever I can, because we know we're not going to say that. But you know what? These days with this market change in the industry and the way it's at, I am so open to, you know, contracting or doing permanent work. It really doesn't matter. I just want to get back to work. You know, that's it. So it's really important to know what's going on in the industry. And that takes me to my next point about networking. The only way that you're going to get that inside information is through talking to people. Why do you think we network? To gather information. So I really want you to walk away today and hopefully know that networking is not about schmoozing. It's not about taking. It's not about imposing. It's about sharing with someone else. It's about giving Jessica something that, because she gave me 15 minutes of her time, I'm going to find out what Jessica wants. You know, maybe she's into skiing, maybe she likes macadamia nuts, maybe she just needs to, you know, come call on me in 6 months for an hour of my time, because I'm going to give it to her. Now the problem with the problem people face is they're afraid that they have to build a relationship with their network contact. Because we all have so many friends and we don't have time to have a new relationship. So that's why I love LinkedIn. And people that have heard me speak, I know I've said it over and over, but you don't ever have to talk to anyone. You can have the biggest network of your life and never have a conversation. And it is incredible. You don't. And you can talk over email. And if they're accepting you into their LinkedIn and you're accepting them into your LinkedIn database, it's a given that they can share your clients, you can share theirs, or whoever's in your database. You can forward introductions, and this is at a base membership. This is free. This isn't a 1995 membership, okay? So it's really important to start talking to people, and what type of information do you think you need to gather when you're in job search? What type of information is important to your job search?
Establishing connections with decision makers at companies.
Perfect. So he said establishing connections with key decision makers at companies, hiring managers. Okay. So getting key contact information, key hiring manager information. Okay. What's another big thing? A lot of information. What's another thing you need to get when you're networking for your job search? Finding out about the hidden job market. It's all about the hidden job market, right? So that when Wells says we're not hiring, we're on a freeze, there's a hidden job market there with probably 100 to 200 positions in just one division, okay? The hidden job market are the positions that are not posted on the street. Okay, what's another thing you need to find out when you're networking? Okay, salary information. Now everybody in our, I don't know why, I guess I'm just really nosy, but I always ask people, what do you make? What do you make? And well, not like if I go to a party or barbecue, but I'm always figuring it out, you know, it's crazy. I'm nosy. I used to embarrass my sisters when I was a kid. Well, how much did that cost? You know, and they're like, oh, God. So anyway, it kind of goes along with what I do. But what's important is most people aren't like that. So when you're talking to someone, if I'm talking to Sandra, and I know she works at Kaiser as a nurse, and I'm a nurse, all I would do is say Sandra, kind of in the third person, like Sandra. So, you know, based on my conversations with people in your industry, they say nurses are making, you know, close to 80 to 100 grand at Kaiser. What do you think about that? I'm not saying, Sandra, do you think I could get 80,000, or what do you think I could get? You know, you're not putting her on the spot. You just kind of want to be talking, and you can say based on my research, or you can even say, not even to personalize it, based on, you know, what I'm reading in the newspaper, this is what I hear is going on at Kaiser. Is it true? So you want to talk about salary information. You want to get market information. It's called surveying your professional environment, okay? So that's my kind of pitch for networking, as far as it's all about giving and receiving. And a simple thank you will do. Email thank you, verbal thank you. And when you're meeting someone for a networking meeting, you have to give them the out. So you just say, Scott, how would you like me to stay in touch with you? Why do you think people want to network with you?
Well, if they're already employed, I think that they might have the idea that, well, I'm fortunate to be employed, that's not a guarantee, and maybe I should be networking with you.
That's it. That's number one. Even if they're employed, they know that the whole game has changed with the way people get jobs, with the way companies do business. We're in this crisis that we've never been in before. So they want to take care of themselves today. You know, the people that are still working, they are having a hard time. I know that's hard to believe, but they are. And so they know it's just a matter of time before they get let go. So, okay, why else do people want to network with you? It's a picnic to be, I know you don't believe this, but you will when you get your new job. It's a picnic to be in a transition in this market, because people are still getting raises in this market. They are getting hired, and they're getting their dream jobs in this market. And that's, none of us ever make a change unless we have to. What you said was very true. We still have information that they want. We are still respected. We're still the professional that we were when we were employed. Nothing has changed, except we don't have a paycheck from an employer. We have it from EDD. That's it. Nothing has changed in our eyes about our intellectual level or our experience level. Okay? Why else do they want to network with you? Yes?
Solve a problem.
Okay, good. That's it. So if they're peers in the same industry or profession, you can give them information, maybe how you did things. I used to do this when Julie and I were in the staffing world, and we sold IT staffing and recruiting. We used to put together roundtables of desktop managers or IT managers, and from different companies. We never put competitors together in the room, but we would put, you know, from IT managers from different industries and companies, and they loved it. Because every technology is kind of crazy. I mean, everybody kind of troubleshoots and implements a different way. Okay, good, so they can help people.